Good day, everyone. It's been a while. Taking a quick break from studying for midterms and stuff like that. I just wanted to get this out of the way because I got a birthday present for myself, and it is two, or are they 16 meg 30 pin Sims. I knew that these existed, but I've never actually seen them. So yeah, they weren't expensive. It was like $30 for the two, with shipping and all that. So I want to make sure these are working well before I leave my feedback. And that'll be it for this computer for a while. Oh, look at that. What does it say here? Keystron. 16 by 8 non-parity DRAM. EDO sim. Interesting. I think they're brand new. So they're non-parity, which is fine, because in fixing this, redoing the sim sockets in this AWE32, one of the what are they called now? The leads, I guess. I damaged one of the vias. Luckily for me, it was pin 26, which equates to parity check. And I did some research, and these things don't do parity, so I got really lucky. The 8 megs that are in there work now, so I had two singular 4 meg modules. So I'm going to be replacing these with 16 meg modules. So brand new, and in they go. So that's the first thing we're going to be doing. And we'll fire up the computer and run the test program. Let's see if we can do this somehow, or we can see what's going on. Yeah, there we go. That's not so bad. So this thing has a ridiculous 64 megs of RAM in it, and I find that funny because it's actually EDO memory. It came out of a a cache register, a K62 350, I believe. So yeah, it was in a Pentium class system, or at least Socket 7 or whatever that AMD version of it is, Super 7 maybe. Yeah, and that RAM is 60 nanosecond, and it's in here, which is just nuts. This thing will do this kind of RAM. Drop my stuff all over the place here. All right, we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm experimenting with putting Windows 95 and DOS on it, but I realized that you can't boot 95 off of a secondary partition according to the extensive user manual that came with Disk System Commander Deluxe. So, this project's on hold for now because I don't have time, and I just wanted to get this out of the way so I can give the man some feedback, and yeah, be happy with a quick video before I gets lost in reading 900 papers land. All right, so I don't remember what directory the check program was in. I think it was it's probably AWE. And WinDriver DOSFix update util. I think it's util. If I can spell right. No, that's not it. All right, let's have a closer look here. DOS font, prod games, guest, mapfax, mouse. Maybe SBAWE. Diagnose. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe it would help if I plug the speakers into the computer as well. Okay, so first, it's going to test it. So it's going to go through all the addressing. Here we go. So usable DRAM size on audio card, 29,360,128 bytes. So there's actually 32 megs of RAM in here, but from what I read, the limitations of the card, for one reason or another, cap it out at 28 meg. Listen, 28 megs of RAM on a sound card, when my system has twice that. That is ridiculous. The only reason I'm doing it is because the RAM cost me $30, and this upgrade would have been horrendously expensive at the time. Nobody would do this. Maybe a professional studio would. This is what is this? A CT2760 So it's not like top of the line or anything like that. It has a wavetable update there, the DSP processor. It has 3 types of CD-ROMs that can run off of it, which is nice. But mine is an external SCSI drive, so it's not going to get used. And also, I really wish that the card was actually full length. If you see here, I can put like an X-Acto knife between the end of the card. It needs, I don't know, centimeter and a half to be longer, just so it can fit in that slot. But it actually ended up working nicely because I ran my SCSI cable here beside around it. So yeah, this is probably going to take a while. But yeah, it's good to see that this is just, you know, it detected it and it's working. So that's amazing. So the next thing, I may as well start introducing the other upgrade. I don't want to touch these dips too much, but I have here 4x256 chips, 8 of them, so that equals to 1 meg of RAM. Eyelash in there. All right. Anyways, yeah, these are brand new. I ordered 10, and I got 30. I mean, they charged me for 30. I don't know, the checkout process got screwed up or something. So by the time I figured it out, it's like, you know what, whatever. I'll just sell these off on eBay in kits of 2, 4, and 8. So you get upgrade your 256K card. You can do it, your 512K card to a meg, you can do it, or like an extra full meg, which is what's going to be happening here. I have a beautiful WDC WD90C33, an amazing video card, which I have tested and benchmarked, and it's actually better suited in this system than in my 486. So the way that I tested these, I'm just looking for my, there it is. No, this isn't it. There we go. Alrighty. I put this in an anti-static bag. This is just the standard TVGA 89000D. Actually, this card, I did a benchmark with this one and an ATI Mach 64. Sang, I don't know, 4000 ET, all ISA. In this machine? No, in a DX40, a 386DX40. This one came out on top. I don't believe it. I have the results somewhere written on a paper upstairs. I'll post them on the Vogon at some point later, but I couldn't believe it. So I'm going to keep this card. I was going to throw it in the system. I put an 8900C in the system because it was a lot slower. But it still did great on the benchmarks for Doom. So I don't know what's going on here, but this card is actually awesome. And it has 80 nanosecond memory all throughout. Same company, same brand as the 45 nanosecond RAM. So I put, I filled the banks up with all of these and tested them one by one. I guess 8 by 1, and they all passed. They all work, so they're good. I also did some benchmarks before and after. There was a marginal improvement in Doom by like 0.03 frames per second or something like that. Whatever the real ticks translate to, you wouldn't even notice it, and it could have just been like a glitch in the computer that made it run slightly faster. So on this card, 80 nanosecond RAM is fine. The only reason I bought 45 nanosecond is because the memory in the card, or on the card, is also 45 nanoseconds, and it's a VLB card. So yeah, I sourced these out. They weren't cheap, but they weren't expensive. So there we go. DRAM on audio card tested successfully. So one thing is already good. So I'm just going to turn it off because I don't care. I'll just put it right here. And if we go to, I think hardware, let me just mode 40 this so you guys can better see what's going on. All right. What do I have here? Diags. I have NSSI on here. I think NSSI will detect the the amount of RAM on the card. Although it might not like the hard drive. Will it crash with the hard drive? No, it did not. Okay. It's telling me Paradise SVGA 1 meg. We are going to put 2 megs in here right now. However, I'm going to go on a roundabout way of doing this, which I can't really see, but the card is in there. I'm going to insert each of these chips in with the card in the board. Now, I'll tell you why. For some reason, this computer, if you breathe at the card the wrong way, it will not work. It took me a while to get it set up so that I don't want to touch it. So these are all have straight. I'm going to ground myself. These all have straight pins, and I'm just gonna put them in one by one in their sockets. So if these are oriented correctly, they are. The pin is at the bottom. Is it? Where's the pin? Yeah, that's it. They're at the bottom there. Okay. Actually, in a strange twist of fate, or coincidence, I should say, yeah, these pins are nice and straight, so these are going to go right in. These memory chips are branded with the same, well, it's the same chips that are on the board. The ones on the board are not DIP 20s. They are more like, I'm going to need some help here with these tweezers. They are, I don't know what brand these are. That's the thing. I gotta go find my receipt for them. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. These are brand new chips, new old stock, so they're still a little bit. The pins are still kind of hanging out on one. Like they're in a bowed configuration. And yeah, okay. So make sure all those pins got in there. That again. There's everything's there. Everything is there. Good. Okay, they're going in a bit easier now. Okay, we got a meg in there, or no, not a meg. We got half a meg in there now. I don't think it works. I think it needs the whole bus to work. Although on this card, you can put in 2, 4, or 8 of them. Although I've never seen a standalone video card with 768K. I did have an Ambra, which is an offshot of this machine too, like an IBM type thing. It was a 46, and it was reporting 768K of video memory. I've never seen that. And I counted the chips. There were indeed 6 chips, 2 on the board, so 256K, and 4 more dips were inserted. That is the first and last time I've seen something like that. All right, so I remember when I tried this last time with the 80 nanosecond memory, it didn't immediately report it. So there might be a jumper on the board somewhere that I have to switch. I don't see any. But there's some over there, and there's a switch thing. Okay, great. If this works right out of the gate, great. If it doesn't, I'm gonna do some research before I pull this card out, because I really don't want to pull it out of the machine. It's a tremendous hassle to get it working again. Okay, those all look good. Bring the camera back up here. Fire this up. Boom! No, I'm kidding. So let's see. Will I have... you see, this is what happens. Yes, I touched the video card for too long, and it's screwing up. It's trying to do something, but oh man, this is exactly what it is. All right, I'm just going to wiggle it around like that. Maybe push the board in, try it. There we go. Yeah, so like again, because this is a computer that I'm keeping, I don't care. I'll just make it as stable as I can, put it on a dedicated desk and just not touch it. But this would be annoying if I were selling this, because like the box gets touched by the shipper and it gets all loose, and then the customer gets it and complains that nothing's working. So fortunately for myself, this is 100% a system that I'm keeping for life. Like, I'm not selling this. This is definitely for me. I've been dreaming of the fastest 386 possible, and I think this gets really close to it. I know there's some hardcore guys out there that have like tuned the crap out of it. You can't set the memory timing on this either, so that's a shame. But yeah, okay. Hopefully this will work. Diags, was it Diags? Yeah, I think it was NSSI. We're going to run it in safe mode just in case, because it doesn't always like the SCSI controller. Oh, I got to reset the date. 2 megs! Haha! And we are done. We are done here. We got 2 megs. Sick. So just to be absolutely sure that it is 2 megs, we're going to go to hardware info, which is just even better than this. It takes longer to load. And we will double check that. Video info. So it reports it. This one reports it as 1 meg. Interesting. But it also misreports the chip. It says WD90C30, and it is a 33. The 30 is a substantially inferior. Well, I don't say inferior. I mean, it is inferior, but it's not like crap or anything. It's just not that great. The 33 apparently was the one to have. So this one reports, but this one also reported my ATI 512 as 256. So yeah, I don't really know what else I can do because I don't think I have any other configuration software. I mean, if I go to check it, check it from 1990. It's not going to understand that it has this much RAM in it. My bet it'll say 512. So let's see, configuration. Where's video? VGA. No, yeah, see, 256 512. So it doesn't know any better. I'm going to go with whatever NSSI says. And try that again without safe mode. It might crash here because SCSI mounting, it doesn't. Oh, okay, it did, yeah. Good, yeah, okay, so this one says 2 megs. New memory size 2 megs. It also says it's an ISA, so yeah. Oh, I don't know. And it also reports it as a C30. Weird. Maybe the BIOS needs an update or something like that. But I mean, ultimately, this doesn't matter for DOS at all, because what game runs 2 megs? This is a. I think since we're here, I can show you generally what kind of how this CPU performs. This is a Blue Lightning 486, which is it's an interesting chip. It's basically like a 386 with all sorts of 16K of L1 cache and all these instructions that go on a 486, but it's based on a 386. It's 32-bit. This one is the case on the front says BL or 2550 megahertz. So I upped the bus speed to 33 megahertz, which doubles it. Yeah, right there, IBM BLX3, 66 megahertz. So I tried to run it at 100 because apparently these can run at 100, but I think this is I'm pretty sure this is a 25 megahertz chip. So I'm already overclocking the crap out of it, which is evident in the way that I have a special fan here mounted to push air onto the little CPU's fins there. But I'm happy with this. This is it's running basically as good as a 4060 X266, and it does play nicely. Doom plays really well on it. So anyways, for DOS games, you're not really going to need. It's not going to require 2 megs of video RAM. It never does. Mostly for Windows, to really high resolutions, and it's going on a G54 monitor. So yeah, I guess maybe I can get like 1024 by 768 by 60 million, which would be nice in Windows 3.1, and 95 as well. But yeah, we'll see. It was just an exercise of just doing it because I can, basically. And the only other interesting thing here is the coprocessor is at 387 at 50 megahertz, and it is an IIT. I got this one from Poland actually, when I could still buy stuff on allegro.pl for cheap. Anyways, I'm happy. This has been a success. 107% success. And yeah, 28 megs of RAM in the sound card. Where are we at? Sound card is, yeah, 28 megs of RAM in the sound card, 2 megs of RAM on the video card. Perfect. I must unfortunately end this video now and go back to reading papers. So yeah, I don't know when I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna try to do a proper video at some point in the summer, like, with actual editing and you can see my face in it. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, hope you guys are doing okay. Everything considered, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't know when I'll see you, but I'm sure I'll see you guys again at some point. Do widzenia.